It's an absolutely beautiful day here in the Carolinas. Just gorgeous. And I'm so glad to see it as always. And I do hope everyone is well. And like myself, you're able to get out and enjoy this day. Hopefully getting in some fresh air, sunshine, and some good exercise. At least to the point where you're getting a good sweat and that heart rate up. And once again, it is recommended that we get that heart rate up from 45 to an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. And I say that as a general number to put out there, because it was 30 minutes, but they doubled that, and in some cases quadrupled it. And I pretty much think since we've had these shutdowns and people are at home and not moving as they used to or should, but how many of us know shutdowns don't stop us, or we can't let them stop us? Oh boy. And that's tiptoeing into my idea for today. And that is entertaining the distraction. Entertaining the distraction. And notice I didn't say them distraction or those distractions. I said the distraction. Hey man. And that's simply because all of us has a distraction. All of us has that one thing that gets us off of our game, I guess you could say. And see, that's what the goings on were last week with myself. And see, to be honest, I had quite a few little distractions coming at me, but they were all the one distraction, whichever one it was, to get me out of my groove. That's why they were sent. Now, whichever one that succeeded, that one was going to be the distraction. Because all of them are those little fiery darts that the text speaks about the shield of faith, which quenches the fiery darts that's being thrown at you. Those boys look like twins. One that ran by just now looked like the one that ran by earlier. All praises. Yes, indeed. So I guess the question today would be to ask yourself, what is my distraction? And how do I overcome my distraction? And see, that reminds me of a technique that has always worked for me. And see, this has to do right along the same lines of what I'm talking about. But you learn things easier when there's pain involved. Oh boy, it seems like this shoe don't want to stay tied. But yeah, we seem to get the lesson that we're being taught a little bit quicker when there's a little pain involved. And see, none of us really enjoy pain. I would say you can get to the point that I was at when you expected it, but it wasn't enjoyable. And you could pretty much set your clock to it, but it wasn't enjoyable. You could rely on it like the sun coming up, but it was not enjoyable. But it is a good teacher when you adapt to the pain, therefore learning the lessons that you should be learning because you're hurting. Hallelujah, that's a good idea. But yeah, entertaining the distraction. And my text, or should I say the script, the Most High gave me concerning this idea is found in Genesis 3, 1 through 7, if I'm not mistaken. And we're gonna peep at that. I had to go around the corner from where we would usually set up out here at Revolution Park today. Because we have folks in the area we would normally go to. So like I said, all praises to the Most High. We still can get it in right here. And it's another warm one here in the Carolinas. Oh boy. I think I'd rather have that over there like this. I don't like speaking to the side. I'd rather have it up in my face, but can't always get what you want. Uh-oh. That's a good idea too. Right around this same thought. The distraction. And while we're at it, I want to go on and speak this quote that I spoke the other day. I didn't speak it correctly. I didn't complete it. I said that sometimes in my life, not all, when the Most High asks a question, he's wanting a statement from you. But when he makes a statement, he wants you to start asking questions. When the Most High asks the question, he's wanting a statement from you. But when he makes a statement, he wants you to start asking questions. And like I said, at sometimes in my life, I'm not trying to say this is how the Most High works all the time. Nor am I trying to pin him down and put him in a certain box of how he works. But I have noticed this in my life. And I didn't get it out like I wanted to on the fly the other day. But after I went home and edited the video, I saw what I was trying to say and didn't get out correctly. Okay. And once again, pardon all the spitting to all those new folks that might just be watching me for the first time. It's not that I just spit a lot just to be spitting a lot, but it seems like after I had that stroke, I've just had the wet mouth continuously. And before, when I was in the hospital and rehab, I did a whole lot of drooling on myself. Pretty much uncontrollable at times. But I would always have a piece of tissue in my mouth to wipe my beard, wipe my face. Well, pretty much wipe my face at the time because I hadn't started growing a beard all out at that time. But yeah, so that's why I spit a lot, to keep from slobbering on myself and on my beard. But all praises, I thought I'd just give y'all that, so you won't think I'm just being nasty or however you might think. And the second part of that, I am out here working out, and I'm outside, even though it's not as polite spitting while you're talking or eating while you're talking. Now you understand why I do it. But yeah, I thought of today is stand in the sweet spot, not entertaining the distraction. Stand in the sweet spot, not entertaining the distractions. And Genesis 3 speaks on the fall of man. The fall of man. And we all know what's up with the fall of man. It was Eve. Well, let's read it. We'll let this text speak for itself. Genesis 3, 1 through 6. The man and woman sinned. The serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals the Most High made. One day he asked the woman, did the Most High really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden? See, that's how he slid the lie up in there, the deceitfulness. He said, did the Most High say you can't eat from any of the trees? See, that was just to get her attention, to get her to start talking. Of course we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, the woman replied. It's only the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden that we are not allowed to eat. The Most High said, you must not eat it, or you must not eat it or even touch it. If you do, you will die. And see, with his deceitful lie, he got her to say something that wasn't true. She said that they wasn't even supposed to touch it. And I don't believe the text, I don't believe the Most High said that. He said don't eat it. You won't die, the serpent replied to the woman. The Most High knows that your eyes will be open as soon as you eat it, and you will be like the Most High, knowing both good and evil. Oh boy, there's the distraction, or what I call where I'm from, the okie doke. And there it goes. The woman was convinced. She saw that the tree was beautiful and its fruit looked delicious. And see, the whole time before, when she was listening to the Most High, he told her, don't eat it or you would die. Now all of a sudden it looks beautiful. It looks delicious because she fell for the distraction. She fell for the sleight of hand. She was so caught up with what was in his left hand that he slid her what was in his right hand. And like I said, she saw that the tree was beautiful and its fruit looked delicious, and she wanted the wisdom it would give her. See, really, it wasn't all about the fruit, how it looked, or how she thought it might taste. What she was lusting by this time was the wisdom. She wanted to be like the Most High. Well, Hasatan told her, you could be like him if you do this. But the whole point about it is, they were already made in his image and likeness. So she took some of the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to her husband who was with her. Oh boy. A lot of folks want to put all the blame on Eve, but the text clearly says that Adam was right there with her. And see, he was already thinking too. He shouldn't even give the joker enough space to even speak to his wife. Enough space to throw the okie doke at her. Because as soon as he threw the okie doke, he should say, oh no, no. That's not what the Most High said. And see, that's what has to be our stance also. And like I was saying before, I don't think I gave the secret to dealing with distractions and pain. See, your mind can't occupy two spaces at one time. Or should I say, a thought can't occupy your mind, the forefront of your mind at one time. Of course, we have functions that our brain handles in the background that we don't control, that we don't have to think about handling, like our heart beating, like just the regular stuff we do, like walking, keeping our balance. But it can't hold a thought in the forefront of its mind or that department. It can't hold more than one at the same time. So what has to be done is you have to fill that spot up with something else. Just like I said, when you're hurting, this is how I was taught about pain. Pardon me. I would have to fill my mind with another thought besides that pain. And it's called faking the brain out, if you want to call it that. But you're filling that mind, your heart, your mind with another idea that's taking your mind pretty much off the pain that you're experiencing in your body. And see, this has to be how we do with the word of the Most High. When Hasatan comes with the okie doke, we have to say, nope. That's not what the Most High said. Now, he said he hasn't given me a spirit of fear, so I'm not scared. First of all, I'm not scared of you. Because ain't nothing you can do to me. If it was, you had already done it. Second of all, he said in that text, he give me a spirit of power. So I know I have authority over you, just like the text says, to run over scorpions. And what's that text? To tread over scorpions and the dragon, if I'm not mistaken, which is talking about Hasatan and his imps. So I have power over you, so I'm not scared of you, and I have the authority over you through my word. And the final part of that is, he hasn't given me a love, power, and a sound mind. See, the sound mind part is what the Most High said about you. It's whatever he said about you that Hasatan is trying to throw you the okie doke at. That's what you feel in that place. You say, nope, he haven't given me that. He's giving me this, and I'm standing in this. He says I'm whole, so I'm standing in my health. He says I'm strong, so I'm saying I'm strong and walking in that strength. He's saying I'm a head and not the tail, so I'm walking in that. And see, that's how you get the Hasatan up off it. And see, it's easily said than done. And I don't want to be too harsh on our ancestors or our forefathers, Adam and Eve, but this is how they should have handled the process, or handled the situation, or situation, as I like to say. They should have said, no, the buck stops here. That's not what the Most High, my Creator, told me. Now, I don't know what he told you about this garden, but this is what he told me. And you're calling him a lie, so that makes you a liar, because he haven't lied to me yet. He's the one that breathed breath into my life. He's the one that set me up over this garden. So So I put you back in your place. Get out of my presence. And don't say nothing to my wife again. And wife, don't you entertain these jokers no more. But see, we all every now and again get caught up by the okie doke. Or have in the past gotten caught up with the okie doke or the distraction. Okay, we will continue. Like I said, she gave some of the fruit to her husband who was with her, and he ate it too. What a fool. Pardon me, I said I want to be too harsh on our forefathers and ancestors. But that's what that was right then and there at that moment. That was foolish. I don't want to call the man a fool because he did something foolish. But we can't do the same things in our lives these days, especially the days we live in now, because the stakes are so high. And I was starting to say the stakes are higher, but they're not. The stakes are very high. We're right here at the end of time as we know it, or the end of this world system as we know it. And we can't be distracted by what's going on, the goings-ons. And I want to read this again. The woman was convinced. And see, that same enthusiasm or energy that she had in what Hasatan was saying, she should have had that same energy and reliance on the Most High's word. Just like the same text it uses the same word, convinced. I am convinced that neither height nor depth nor anything can separate me from the Most High's love. So that's what she should have threw back at him. That idea, I know the word wasn't written at that time, but that idea, no, I'm convinced. I'm not convinced in what you're saying, the okie doke, the sleight of hand, the trick. And let me go on and give them meanings. The sleight of hand means manual dexterity. Typically, that's one of them words I have had issues with in the past. Typically, in performing tricks, skillful deception. It's like I said, he showed her what was in the left hand. Before she knew it, she got what was in the right. And deception means the action of deceiving someone, obtaining property by deception. Oh boy. And see, that's what Hasatan wanted in the first place. He wanted what they had. Quite honestly, he wanted what Adam had. And he got it. Using Eve, the cosign on the trick. A thing that deceives. And finally in 7, this is verse 7. At that moment their eyes were open, and they suddenly felt shame at their nakedness. So they sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. Oh boy. Hook, line, and sinker. I've got you. And it said right there at that moment. I believe right there at that second. It should have went on and broke it down to the main compound. Or to the very last compound. And you gotta know that hurt his feelings. More than anything else, I believe it hurt Adam's feelings. Just like it would have hurt mine. I believe more so than the woman. Because see, Adam had the authority. And yes, sir. Just like with Esau gave his authority away, the blessing over a meal, Adam and Eve did the same thing. So what is the distraction in your life? What's keeping your eyes off the focus or staying in the sweet spot where you're supposed to be? And that sweet spot is, as I always like to mention, the secret place. Pardon me. Staying right there in the secret place with the Most High. No matter if you're getting darts fired at you from this side, from that side, you're staying right in the middle. And all you're doing is saying no, no. See the hand, see the mouth, see the words, hear the words, see the hand. Get to stepping. And keep on walking. Because a lot of distractions are coming all at one time. But it's up to us to stay focused in on Him and His words. I pray the Most High we turn this thought over like it should have been. Let's get it. family, I was just thinking of another example of a distraction. And it's one that was mentioned to me by a fellow who was out cutting grass one day. He said, man, I'm supposed to be doing what you're doing, but I got called out on this job. And see, a lot of times when folks hear me out, I think they just be saying something just to be hearing themselves. What's up, bro? How you been? I said, how you been? No doubt. You looking good?
You too, brother. Yeah, man, I'm doing what God wants me to do.
Want to get on camera?
Huh?
Want to get on camera?
Not at this moment.
No problem, no problem.
But yeah, man, I'm just kind of, God is awesome.
No doubt, he is, man.
On God's will, he needs some soldiers right now. I told him he can count me in.
That's right, he got me too.
He can count you in, so
no doubt.
We doing good.
That's what we doing out here now.
Yeah, so I try to tell people real quick, man. I say, people act like they don't see the time. But in a minute, he's just gonna poof and his people gonna rise. I told God this morning, I wonder why the number was so short of the people getting into the kingdom. But then when I see the world and how people are being just gullible and stupid to the ways of man.
They distracted.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about today, distraction.
Yeah, they're totally distracted. And when God comes and they still looking that way, they gonna look around and where did they go? And I'm like, I ain't worried about it.
Oh boy.
I ain't worried about it.
You just echoing everything I just said in my thought for today.
Okay.
Let me get on around this corner, bro. I love you too,
Stay
bro.
blessed,
Stay
man.
up, no doubt.
All right.
Appreciate that word, man.
No problem, man.
Simply confirmation.
Hey, there's another brother that believes the same thing empowers me.
Exactly.
For real.
Stay on that path, bro.
Oh, ain't nowhere else to go.
No doubt. I echo that. Hallelujah. See that? As I was saying last week, I hadn't mentioned it yet, but I was by the end of this recording. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Time is running out. That man said, you're gonna be looking over here and look back around and the person that was there is gone. You're gonna be like, where did they go? Oh boy. What a timely confirmation on that word or that idea. And it's just as well we didn't get him on camera. As long as you heard his voice, which I made sure we did. But see, the Most High don't need no cosigner. See, that's us that needs that. We need to hear that every now and again. And see what the Most High does, he'll give us that cosign for our benefit, for those that are listening, for those that have stuck with me so far in this recording to where you got there to hear him confirm everything I was saying. Hallelujah. Thank the Most High. See, everybody ain't gonna be saying and doing things like they should be saying and doing them according to your way of doing things. But all praises to the Most High. As long as we continually line up with him daily, like he said, the Most High got soldiers. Boy, don't you want to go? I want to go. to the kingdom. The kingdom. I want to go. You see, the point about that is, can't nobody make you go. Oh boy. That's a harsh but true statement. I wanted to keep it moving today. However, at the same, oh boy, at the same time, I gotta tighten up these shoes. What the old saying go, you can lead a mule to the water, but you can't make him drink. Or you can lead a horse to the river, but you can't make him drink. You know the saying. And see, something that brother just told me that made me feel a bit better. Because this walk gets to be a little lonesome of late. Because it seems as if most of your loved ones are shunning away from you. And it seems that most of your loved ones don't want to hear the truth. And see, I was questioning that idea about who will make it in the kingdom. Okay, let's get it. Hallelujah. Yes, indeed. And like I was saying, you ain't gonna never work out, bro. You don't want it bad enough. You still letting distractions keep you from doing what you know you need to do. Now you better off out here getting that money, cutting this grass, than saying you're gonna go and work out. Because I bet rather be out there cutting grass, to be honestly truthful, getting my workout that way. Because that's how I used to get my workout. Work. But yeah, I just thought I was reminded of that. The Most High reminded me of that distraction. And what one of the distractions that's really plaguing our community is now. And it's the ways of the world. Sports, TV, social media. All these things that you can think of that'll take your mind's eye off the Most High and His Word. But was folks about to find out that they gonna wish they had filled up them what they call them, the virgins with the lamps. They gonna wish they had filled up them virgins like the wise virgins filled up their lamps like the wise virgins, and not go without, thinking they'll always have time to buy. There'll always be tomorrow. Oh no. Tick tock, time is running out. Okay, let's get it. We got like another mile to go. I just got back over here to Revolution Park from Plain Road neighborhood and park. Our recorder was full. Our sports cam was full. I thought I had erased it earlier, but evidently not. And we filled it up. Okay, let's get it. As always, stay up, keep pushing forward in the right direction. Shalom.